My name is Vina, aka Miss WC Reader, and welcome back to my channel. So, I know I said I wasn't going to try and put a lot of books on my February TBR because I am starting a new job the second week of February. However, some of these are short. A couple of them have been on my shelf for a hot minute now, and I figure that I'll at least have the first full week where I can just read, so I should be able to get these read. So let's hop on right into my TBR. February is Black History Month. I read blackety black 365 days of the year, however, especially during the month of February, and I have a good variety of books here. I have ER Doc's Las Vegas Reunion by Denise N. Wheatley. This is a Harlequin medical romance. I think I've only read a Harlequin medical romance one time, but I saw this last February during the Harlequin sale. They had like a 30 or 40% off discount, and I ended up stocking up on some books. Short, sweet, cute, right up my alley. The last place straight-laced Dr. Ava Gordon expects to call home is Las Vegas. But when her famous fiancé abruptly ends their engagement, Ava's desperate to escape her small town and its gossip mongers. Yet, whilst Fremont General provides a clean slate, Dr. Clark Malone makes her history impossible to forget, because Ava's new colleague was once her best friend before an evening of passion changed everything. Could her fresh start lead to their second chance? So if you like Grey's Anatomy and those types of medical dramas, these should be right up your alley. So switching gears to some romantic suspense, I have The Bodyguard's Deadly Mission by Lisa Dodson. Alexa King and Andrew Riker met when he trained her to be a bodyguard. Despite their simmering connection and a few unguarded moments, she's managed to keep their relationship purely professional. But now she runs her own security business, and her latest contact puts both her and Andrew in danger. She knows she can trust Andrew with her life. Will she trust him with her heart? So, I haven't read a romantic suspense in a little bit. I usually don't read from this particular line. I usually read from their other line, which is more suspense versus romance. This one is supposed to be more romance versus suspense. So we'll see, because I haven't read from this line in a few years. This book has been sitting on my shelf for a couple of years now. This is These Toxic Things by Rachel Housel Hall. I decided I am going to make it a priority read for the month of February. Mickey Lambert creates digital scrapbooks for clients, ensuring that precious souvenirs aren't forgotten or lost. When her latest client, Nadia Denton, a curio shop owner, dies from an apparent suicide, Mickey honors the old woman's last wish and begins curating her peculiar objects d'art. A music box, a hair clip, a keychain, 12 mementos in all that must have meant so much to Nadia, who collected them on her flea market scavenges across the country. But these tokens mean a lot to someone else too. Mickey has been receiving threatening messages to leave Nadia's past alone. It's becoming a mystery Mickey is driven to solve. Who once owned these odd treasures? How did Nadia really come to possess them? Discovering the truth means crossing paths with a long-dormant serial killer and navigating the secrets of a sinister past. One that might, Mickey fears, be inescapably entwined with her own. So, I read a couple of Rachel Housel Hall books before. Didn't really like the ones that I read. Bought this one because it was getting lots of praise. And a friend is going to be reading this in February also, so we'll be able to discuss it together. Soul of the Stone by Sharina Harris. This is the second book in the American Slayer Society series. I really enjoyed book 1. I find it very underrated. Book 2 really didn't get a rollout like book 1 did, so that just even more so, I want to go ahead and pick it up. I'm trying to remember when this released, if it was November or December. I can't quite remember. It was sometime late last year, and I just had so many other books that I didn't have time to. But I just wanted you guys to know that both the first and second audiobook are on Hoopla, if Hoopla is your thing and you don't want to do ebook reading. There are things I love about being a slayer. Being faster and stronger than everyone else. Love it. Taking down a bunch of evil bloodsuckers before they feed on the innocent, that's my vibe. Working with the American Slayer Society and creating weapons out of thin air, here for all of it. But there are some things I didn't sign up for, and they're becoming increasingly harder to deal with. People making my life miserable, vampire treachery, heavy as all hell responsibilities I didn't ask for. All the pressure is growing exponentially. I didn't ask for any of it. Not the blackout rage that's consuming my closest relationships. Not the lies fed to me by those I trusted, and even my own family. And definitely not the voices from the stone that follow me wherever I go, guiding me, taunting me, haunting me. Because there's big work to do, and the greatest and oldest threat to humanity is now alive, kicking and thirsty as hell. None of us are safe. And the only one person who can help me is the one whose kiss can ignite my soul, or shatter it into 1,000 slayer pieces. Catching feelings is one thing, but following him into the underworld to save the world, that's even more terrifying problem. So, like I said, this is book 2. A lot of stuff went down at the end of book 1. So I am actually really excited to jump back into this, especially now I'm done like writing my own fantasy and I'm kind of taking a break out of that world for a little bit. I'm able to dive more into like some of these YA urban fantasies and adult urban fantasies now. Switching gears to a short story collection. So I don't read a lot of these types of collections because a lot of times I'll try to read an anthology. I'll read like 1 or 2 stories, not really be into it and put it down. This one has been sitting on my shelf for like 5 years, if like now, so I really need to get on it because it's been looking pretty for a while now. And I am actually really curious because the author, Cherie Renee Thomas, she is like pretty known in the sci-fi space. This one is 9 Bar Blues, Stories from an Ancient Future. So it's supposed to be like different stories stemming from Africa through the US South. And I am just here for all of it. Hopefully there are some in here that become new faves. This one is Melanin Magic, a young mystic's guide to African spirituality, which is one that I was supposed to read a couple of months ago. I had received it from the publisher, and then again I was reading this, I was reading that, I was reading library reads, so now I'm cycling back to it. Welcome to Forest Magic School. Join Yawa and Kofi as a forest scholar and begin your journey to discovering what African spirituality is all about. With the help of the Almost Twins, their classmates, and their professors, you will learn about your magically melanated skin and how to harness the power within you to become more connected to your ancestors and to the universe. Forest Magic School teaches you how to connect with your Ori through breathing and presence, celebrate the elements such as air, water, fire, and earth, calculate your birth chart and explore the world of astrology, become better connected to mystical spirits or orishas, use plant magic for healing and growth, honor those who have transitioned from this life, be empowered through proverbs, mantras, and symbols, and more. So this is really cool because it's like part like spiritual guide but also part magical school story. And that's what really intrigued me about it. And when the publisher and I talked, I was like, okay, I gotta try this one. And then if you follow me on Instagram, which hopefully you are, link is in the description box down below if you aren't, I did an unboxing for this because they sent me a beautiful PR box. So this was sent to me courtesy of Zando Books. This is from Aisha Curry's new Sweet July imprint. This is Honeysuckle and Bone by Trisha Tobias. And I think it's like the perfect book to kick off the imprint. And it's set in Jamaica, so that was something that like really piqued my interest because we don't get enough YA stories set there. Karina Marshall is looking to reinvent herself, and what better place to do it than Jamaica, her mother's alluring homeland, where she conveniently has access to an au pair gig for the wealthy and powerful Hall family. After months of being the target of vicious rumors and hate online, Karina might have found everything she wants at the luxurious Blackbeard house. A world of mango trees, tropical breezes, and glamorous parties, and a place to disappear. Once there, Karina finds herself settling right into her busy but comfortable new life. Yes, the family runs a tight ship, and yes, there is some tension among the Halls, but Karina is content flying under the radar and hanging out with her new friends, not least the handsome and charming Aaron. When inexplicable things start happening to her in the house, only getting worse each night, Karina realizes that someone or something is out to get her. Is it the Halls, the house itself, or is it her own past catching up with her? With Aaron's help, she must figure out what is haunting her and fast before she's forced out of the Blackbeard house for good. So it is a YA thriller. It's been a little minute, I think, since I've read a YA thriller, and I think it's just perfect to read this time of year. So that is my February TBR. There's always some wild cards that I throw in every month. Let me know if any of these books sound interesting to you. Also, are there any Black books that you think that I should read? If you think there's a specific book I like, leave it in the comments section down below. If you like this video, make sure and hit that like button. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!